Andre here of Tropical 29, and today we're gonna do a quick video on the breeding of Corydoras. Yeah, so I've been asked in the past by a few of our subscribers about what we do to raise and breed our Corys, how we set them up, what we tend to feed the offspring. I don't have a setup video yet for the Corys, but I do have some interesting footage of the actual breeding process. Yeah, so stay back, enjoy, and subscribe. During the first morning feeding, I realized the brown Corys already courting and depositing eggs, and the albino Corydoras already in the courting process. Both groups were conditioned for approximately 2 weeks and triggered to spawn a day before the video was taken. Currently in the video you can see them looking for food, but right here you can see some eggs on the front glass. There's some on the back corner and some just right here appearing as small dots. This species is very easy to work with. Both of them are actually the same species. They are Corydoras anneus, also called the bronze Cory, but there are a number of other subspecies in there, such as the Venezuelan black, so forth. Both groups are kept in one 20-gallon aquarium with a divider in the middle. So there's a ratio of 2 to 3 males for every female, and there are approximately 3 to 4 females per group. Now, this does a couple of things. This encourages the males to compete for the female, thus giving you better success at the actual courting process and the breeding process. Also, it stimulates the females because it gives them some choice of males, so you find that you tend to have better reproduction rates. Here you can actually see the males chasing the female during the courting process, and once she has selected which male she wants, you'll see her doing what you call the T. So the male will then assume the position of the female at the front, and the female will press her mouth into his side as seen here, sucking in the sperm and depositing them directly towards the eggs. So you'll see here her collecting the eggs and fertilizing them. Now, once this section is finished, she'll swim around for a bit, continue to lay eggs and fertilize them, and then after she's gathered all of the eggs, she'll look for a nice clean location to deposit. This can take anywhere from a couple of seconds after she's laid and fertilized them to sometimes a couple of minutes, with her just swimming around looking for the ideal location in her mind to deposit her eggs. This is also the reason why I tend to clean the front glass as well as raise the water level, because then this makes it a lot easier for me as a breeder to collect the eggs. After all, I know that the eggs will be deposited the top 2 inches of the aquarium or on the front glass. So I wouldn't necessarily have to go and look around the entire tank to see where eggs are deposited. This female is going to go up and down a few times looking for her location, but eventually she will settle on the top back right corner that you can see here, and she's actually starting the process. You can see her twist her tail and stick them on the glass, and the eggs are actually quite adhesive. They stick to each other and they stick to the glass very easily, and they're a little bit trickier to get off of the glass. But as the video progresses, you'll see the methods that we use. Now, once this is done, we prepare the container to hatch the eggs. I like to use almond leaves. I'll use tap water as well as some chlorine remover. Then I'll take a credit card and I'll gently pull the eggs off of the glass. very gently. So I use a credit card when I have a lot of eggs. However, my preferred method is actually to use my fingers. Yeah, here you can see me pushing the eggs gently off of the card and attaching them to the bottom of the container. But with my fingers, it's a lot easier to work with because I gently roll the eggs up and place them. It's a lot more time consuming, but you're able to save a lot more eggs, some of which can be damaged when you use the credit card. Yeah. So once I've collected the eggs and collected all of the eggs, which can normally take sometimes about an hour, sometimes 2 hours of continuous breeding, I then add an air stone or just some form of aeration and water movement to this container. I'll let that sit, and typically depending on the water temperature, the eggs will hatch in anywhere from like 3 days, 4 days roughly. Here you can see the babies starting to swim off. Very excited. We had a very good hatch rate. Approximately 95% of the Corydoras tend to hatch, from which they are then fed on brine shrimp or micro worms or even banana worms. Then once they've reached the size that you see here, we can then offer them like ground flakes in addition to the brine shrimp. I think this is the best combination. It gives them something to constantly graze on, as well as those frequent brine shrimp feedings to get them up to selling size at approximately 3 months. See you next video.